Dear family, I hope this letter finds you all in good health. As for myself, I'm tired, but doing my best to stay strong. Working as a cook on the front line is demanding. My days are long and filled with hard work. I wake up before the dawn to start cooking, and I don't finish until late at night. The conditions in which I have to work are not easy, but I know the soldiers depend on me to keep them fed and healthy. Feeding the soldiers is no easy task. The rations we receive are often meager, and we have to make the most out of what we have. I have to be creative with my cooking, using whatever ingredients I have on hand to make hearty and nutritious meals. The men need it. But even with my best efforts, there are times when I feel like I'm failing. The soldiers are tired and hungry, and sometimes there simply isn't enough food to go around. It breaks my heart to see them go hungry, knowing that they're risking their lives for their country. Despite the challenges, I am proud of the work that I do. I know that in my own small way, I am contributing to the war effort and supporting those who are fighting for our country. Please keep me in your thoughts and know that I'm thinking of you all. I long for the day when this war will be over and we can all be reunited. With love, Hans. Hey guys, Stealth here. Good food in the trenches is hard to come by. Fortunately for us, with Factor 75, which is today's sponsor, it is not. Factor provides you with fresh, ready-made meals right to your doorstep, as opposed to having to eat those in the trenches. There's no prep time, there's no mixing ingredients, as you would do with HelloFresh. It's just allowing you to eat well, while eating right. There's no fast food. It has over 27 meals, and you can customize it with 34 different add-on options. This way, you can choose your favorite meals, or even let Factor decide what meal would be right for you based on your history and taste preferences. It's very handy for us as gamers. It means you just pop your meal into the microwave and oven and heat it and eat it. It's also perfect for just really busy days. As a parent, sometimes I just have days where I go, oof, I really don't have the energy to cook. I really don't have the energy to do much, and I don't want to eat fast food. I want a burger, I want pizza, I want something a bit healthier. And Factor 75 would be ideal for that. Now, you can get 50% off of your first box by using the link down below in the description, or going to go.factor75.com and using code FACTOR SE33224. It's going to give you 50% discount on your first meal box, and I hope you will enjoy it. Alright, get your meal ready, it's time to hit the content. Hey guys, Stealth here, and welcome to episode 12. This is The Great War, Western Front. And this is going to be a very interesting episode, at least depending on what the AI is going to do. In the previous episode, I was able to cut off these sectors over here. Langres, Charmey, Épinal, Luneville, Nancy, and Neufchâteau. Which means that all of these stacks of units are going to be stuck. They're not going to get destroyed, as far as I know. I suppose that they magically respawn at Paris, which is their primary spawn point. And this means that the stacks are not destroyed. But at least for the time being, until they completely lose these sectors, they cannot attack. And they cannot move towards me. So I don't have to worry about these stacks coming into the flanks of the territory that I just captured. Are they harmless? Yeah, for the time being, they are. These guys are not. They do have some other stacks, and if they're able to win, for example, in Saint-Dizier, then Chaumont is cut off, and I'm going to be in trouble. If, and they cannot do this in one go. If they take Metz, then everything here is cut off, but they're going to have to win 4 times in a row. That's going to be a really tough nut to crack. I don't believe I need to shuffle any more units around. I don't believe that they're going to be doing much. I can redirect one of my aircraft. And I know that they have... Where was it? They have an air... Yeah, here, of course. Nancy and Neufchâteau. So both of their planes are grounded, because none of these groups can actually move. They cannot move, they cannot attack. They're stuck, at least as far as I understand it. Does that mean that my planes are going to be useless? Not really, because you do get supply. So, where am I most likely to come under threat? I don't really know. I don't think they're going to charge from Luneville or Épinal, because they don't have enough forces. So, Nancy could push into Metz, which already has an air wing. It could push into Morange if it really wants to. Not much for them there. Well, let's just put them over there, I guess. I don't really know what else to do with them. So, here goes. End turn. And let's see what they're going to do. What is this group going to do? Ah, once again, Nancy to Metz. That's interesting. Does that mean that the whole cutoff did not work? Because that would be pretty bad news. The thing is, I saw this whole, you can cut them off on Reddit. I'm not sure. Oh, hold on. I ended my part of this month. Maybe the blockade goes into effect on the next month. Which means that right now they get a sort of last-ditch effort to go on the offensive. Perhaps that's it. Perhaps this has been patched out. I'm not sure. I'm too busy to be reading the patch notes. So, yeah, we're just gonna have to wait and see what happens after this particular battle and after the month is over. So, welcome back to Metz. By the way, about the trenches and the defenses. Somebody alerted me to the fact that apparently these trenches, yes, they're persistent, but with a bit of a catch. You're paying for them every single time. I hope that's going to get patched out. I'm not sure. We'll just have to wait and see. With this additional company that I have, the Air Wing, I'm going to defend the positions that I have here. Because last time around, they attacked here because they perceived that this part was weak, as they had just bombed, yes, aircraft bombed my machine gun pit. So, yeah, I can't have that. We're going to make sure that that doesn't happen again, and now I have aircraft to make that threat come true. So make sure we have the companies in here. Make sure we have the companies in there and there. Just make sure we have at least one everywhere. As for barbed wire, I'm really quite happy about the performance of the barbed wire here. I.e. it scared them off so much that it didn't even bother to attack on this flank. Whether they will do that again, I don't know. I am just here to defend. Really, that's all I have to do. And that means I don't need to go anywhere. I don't need to push. Moreover, I don't want to push. I really don't. Because all it can do is make things costly. Okay. As for machine guns, back here. Could be useful. Could be bombed. You know, that's a threat. I'm not sure if they're going to get RD'd if they're this far away. Because what I think will happen is that the AI is going to perceive this part to be weak. Because here I have 2 rows of barbed wire. And I'm going to give them a machine gun. So if they want to push here, then, well, good luck to them. But it's going to get really expensive. The barbed wire will slow them down. Infantry will get caught in the wire. Machine guns and infantry will mow them down without any kind of cover. So it is possible that they perceive this side to be extremely strong and just not worth it. They might do the same thing here now, which leads me to believe that they might attack here. I don't know. Now, as for those who've been saying, you should funnel your barbed wire. So, kind of, I guess, like this. So that you have funnels. And, I don't know, maybe this. The AI doesn't care for this particular part. It's not like they're going to go, oh, there's no barbed wire here, we're going to go here. Nope, they just charge right through the barbed wire. They don't give 2 shits about any funnels or fancy systems. The AI is really quite dumb like that. Let's put up... Yeah, you know what, I could put a comms trench going all the way from here to here. But, oh, well, actually, that comms trench is also persistent. Can I use a standard trench? Yes. Is this a good idea? The moment this gets overrun, they're going to go sideways and they're going to start pushing. No, I don't think it's a good idea. What I can do is, like, put another machine gun up here. Like so. Anything that wants to push, either towards this side or that side, is going to get met by a pretty rough time. Just gotta make sure that they don't actually get here. So let's extend the trench, or sorry, the barbed wire lines a bit more. Yeah, that's enough. I want to hold at least some supply back. I don't have any RD, that's fine. Let's begin. Alright. What I can also do now is call in air support. Air support's going to cost me 30, and all my fighters know how to do is air superiority. So basically, countering any other aircraft. Calling in one fighter squadron, i.e. 2 fighters, is going to be costing me 30. And once you've used all 4 of them up, they're going to be circling around wherever you tell them to. They're going to be leaving the area, they're going to refuel. So up until that point in time, they're going to be unavailable. Now this means I gotta be a bit careful with them. I don't want to use them without a reason. I can't hunt balloons, I can't do bombing runs, I can't strafe. It's, so far, fairly useless. And here we go, the fight is on. There's an incoming bomber. I can only see it on the map. I can start to respond to it. I don't exactly know where it's going to go, but I have my suspicions. I think it's going to go hunt machine guns. So, time for my own fighters, my own little triplanes, not biplanes, triplanes to go and intercept these guys. And here come the French. Now, I have learned that a bomber is extremely tough and generally needs a lot of attention from this fighter. So, I'm going to make sure that this thing does not get a whole lot of opportunity. Look at this. Boom. And that's another one. Gone. That's one machine gun dead. Their bomber is down. But there are a couple of fighters coming in. They're only well, they are sending 2 squadrons. Let's send a 3rd. One of the British fighters have been killed. There's another one down. Okay, I didn't really need to call in that additional group, but whatever. So, seeing as their artillery right now hasn't hammered this machine gun yet, it should be able to hold. And look at all of these guys crossing the barbed wire. See, this extends all the way through, but, like, do they care about funnels? Absolutely not. They don't give a shit about funnels, they just charge. Just complete disregard for any kind of dignity or life or what have you, just charge. Get the hell out of my trenches. You're... No! Not like that! No! No, 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 no. That was insanely quick. Okay, you guys are going to fall back, and we're going to call in a couple of additional groups. Gentlemen. This is going to get a little messy now, yeah? You keep swapping from trench to trench to trench. And now it's going to be up to these to make sure that they don't... Where are they even? What the hell? Get into the command trench. It almost feels like they're gonna run... Here they are. Here's a group. Here's another. What the hell? I'm not so sure even the AI knows what it's doing right now. Oh, now they're out in the open? And my guys are ignoring them? What is this then? This is weird. Are you, like, going to just... Go away! Are you... I think the AI is having some sort of brain freeze, because they're just pausing a company of infantry here. And of course, well, they're welcome to, but it's going to get a little expensive at this rate. Another company here. What company is this? Why do they not have a... Oh, you do have a header. What the hell? Nothing makes sense anymore. I think these guys are in a state of flux. Like, the AI doesn't quite know where they are. And if I tell my guys to attack, they don't know where to go. Because the enemy is just inside of my comm trenches. This is a really weird bug. Now they're moonwalking. Now they're moonwalking from one trench to, to another. Dude, why? Okay. Have you arrived? What? Stop making a Congo line and start actually taking the trench. Before the enemy does. Good lord, what am I watching? Go away. Get in there. No, 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 no. The problem is, I can't save and reload this particular battle, so we're just gonna have to, well, experience the bugs for the time being, and I don't know, maybe they're shooting, maybe they're not. At this point, it's anybody's guess. They're just all sitting here. Like, look, don't interrupt the enemy when they're making a mistake. Just get out of the trench altogether and now get into the trench. Ah! Now we're getting somewhere. So now these are going to be down. These guys are charging-ish. You're going to move there. You can move up. It's a weird little battle that we have going on here. At least so far, I don't think it's cost me any companies. That's good. Oh, that's about to start though. Already having a party in my base. Everybody and their mother is getting suppressed. Goodbye. Right through the barbed wire. Keep it up. Get out of my trench. Thank you. Okay. Now, let's pull these guys from the command trench over there. I still... Look, there is a company here, but... It doesn't have a... I don't know what to call it. A header? Yeah, nothing makes sense anymore. It's a weird battle. Here we go again. Incoming aircraft, bomber, and the enemy has been capturing the X position. So I think my machine gun nests here are in peril. But this one, right now, not particularly strategically valuable to them. So if I can take down their bomber, great. Now, the situation with the bombers and the aircraft is it doesn't particularly yield any kind of great results if you get enemies killed. Yes, it gives you points. So that's nice. But outside of that, meh. It's not like you're going to be taking down the bomber and it's going to be gone for good. Like an infantry company, it just takes money to respawn, to get resupplied, if you will, and that's the end of that. That's all. So, taking down the bomber is mostly just making sure that it doesn't do any kind of damage. And that's about it. Also, what are my fighters up to? Are you gonna... I don't know, they're not even trying to hit the bomber. Gentlemen. Some animations in this game are a little weird. Or a lot weird. Infantry surrendered. British fighters killed. Well, so far the AI isn't doing a whole lot better than they have been so far. Okay, let's pull this company away, get a new company in. Move this company up and get a fresh company in this trench. I think this triple line of barbed wire is finally starting to deal a whole bunch of damage to them. As I had hoped. We've pushed back their forces. Yeah, I don't trust that message at all. Go on. Regain your composure. And let's start cycling a couple of troops from the other trench to here, because it's readily apparent that probably I won't have to face another attack, which is going to be geared towards the right-hand side. Whereas this situation... Look, I can't even see who's winning in this trench. I'm still losing guys, so... Well... My men are not having great luck. There's another one. Oh, that broke. Get in there. Move up. Go. No, that was a misclick. Get the company in there. Come on. Need to take this trench back quickly, because there's more visitors arriving. You need to be going away. We need to swap. Yeah, we need to swap a bunch more infantry. Oh, now they're going to push the right flank. Sort of. No, that's really half-assed. These guys, half health. Sort of. Yeah, there's already more on the way. I'm not swapping any trenches right now. Too much happening. Come on. What I'm really surprised about is, seeing as the AI lost every single battle so far, I think, how are they still able to field troops? What? Oh. I guess my HUD's malfunctioning for some reason. Anyway, how are they still able to field troops? How are they still able to mount attacks? Because attacks, well, defeats in this situation are very expensive. And it means that they're going to be experiencing probably a substantial financial leak on the main map, the strategic layer. But it doesn't seem to faze them that much. Do we have two companies in here? Yeah, I guess. Okay. Hello? Well, nothing if not persistent. 3 more minutes. We do need to help here. This is not going well. Cycle out this company, and I should have cycled out this company. I might still get the opportunity to do so. Go. You take this, because I cannot guarantee you can make it to the next trench. Swap. Leave. Go there. No, 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 don't leave the trench. Trust me, that's not in your best interest right now. These need help. Well, I don't know, one of them does? This is the 63 out of 225 company. I'm not sure how the other one's doing. Suppression. Let's just... Oh! They were both mostly dead. Okay. Okay. That changes the deal. Oops. Nice shot. Didn't catch that. Did that fighter come out of the ground? Boom. Boom. Machine gun down. Whee! I get that infantry companies are sort of spawned or formed, but an aircraft doing a vertical takeoff? You're not a Harrier. This is the comedy episode. Every series that I've done so far has a comedy episode. Where all sorts of weird stuff happens. We've had moonwalking people in trenches, we've had the HUD failure, and now we have vertical takeoff triplanes. Okay. Every game has its quirks, and we just found these. So, situation, they lost 2k, I lost 300. They lost about 14,000 men, and I lost 2,200. They did take out a couple of trench machine gun emplacements. They did win 2 trenches, and they did capture the next point, but what good did it do them? Sadly for them, not a whole lot. So, onwards to October 1915, and I now get 2 research points per turn. Very valuable. Yep. It's cut off. As indicated here, the region is surrounded by regions controlled by the enemy. While surrounded, you cannot attack out of the region. You cannot move units into or out of the region. The region will lose 1 star per turn while surrounded. If all stars are lost, the region will be captured by the enemy. You must be able to trace a line to friendly regions from the command region to this area to break the surrounded state. I.e., they can go through Saint-Dizier or Chaumont. It's going to be up to them. At least I know that this aircraft is not going to be attacking. This aircraft is not going to be attacking, so their whole air wing, not very useful. Not right now. Events. Assault on Verdun. Germany needed a decisive blow against the Allies that would deplete their forces and break their will. I think we just did that. The cost to attack Russia or Britain was too high. That left France. Verdun, a fortress area with great historical symbolism to the French people, was chosen as the target. Germany got what it wished for. France dedicated so much manpower to Verdun that it became one of the longest and bloodiest battles of the war. The conflict resulted in over 700,000 casualties and removed 9 villages from the map. For decades, an area called Zone Rouge was considered an area of banned development due to the presence of potentially active explosive and chemical artillery rounds, some of which are probably still present. Lovely. The other event? Espionage is a dangerous business. While we can do little to aid spies in enemy territory, we can certainly provide more protection while they work behind the scenes in our own. So I can research agent housing and build a safe house, and it's going to give me 5 national will. Easy. Okay. I think I took a massive amount of bite out of the French firepower, because they got... this is, let's say 8 stacks plus an air wing. This is 2, 3, 7 plus an air wing. And over here they got some remains, so it's not that critical. The real threats, I think, Saint-Menehould, Chalon-sur-Marne, and Brienne-sur-Château. Brienne-la-Château. Okay. Let's have a look at the research tree. What do I want to get with my research? I can get counterintelligence, removes any active enemy espionage. Okay. This is going to give me the agent housing, which is what I require. I can also go for care packages. Removes any effective battle fatigue. Yeah, if the enemy keeps hitting one particular point, I understand why you would want this, but right now, not so much. When it comes to this research and these research points that I can spend, I'm a bit of two minds. One, I would like to use things that are going to compound over multiple turns. Getting a wartime taxes is going to give me 1,400 gold reserves as opposed to 1,200, so that's a nice bonus. That compounds, because it gets every turn. This is going to increase it even to 1,600. Maybe the allies have this, and this is how they might be spending so much on the attacks, or it's just the AI that gets a bonus, I don't know. Alternatively, I can go, well, that's cute and everything, but I just want to get stuff that I think is useful and that is fun to play with. So something like the improved firing trench or the advanced firing trench, very useful because your infantry becomes largely impervious to artillery. And as they don't get suppressed anymore, they can just keep shooting. Making my barbed wire cheaper by 3, also very useful. Getting an upgrade to the machine gun, yes, could be useful. Getting it entrenched in concrete, even more useful. The issue, however, is the bombers. So I'm kind of thinking I could go with this, but the bombers are right now not a threat. So another part's saying, well, a breakthrough, like improved sights, giving me just 25% rifle damage is going to be very useful. Or if I'm fighting trench to trench, which I do, blast powder, grenades, which will also lead to better units. You know, it's all very useful. This is extremely deadly. I have found extremely deadly. I was fighting Brother Monroe on a stream the other week, and good lord. This just kills you the moment you get out of your trench. I think it's overpowered right now, but it is useful. Now there's also the matter that I have Poison Death, which says I need to research makeshift filters. After the horrific use of poison gas on the battlefield, the cries for protection of some kind have been heard, equally as loud from both the men and the home front. While the men have been making makeshift masks from cotton cloth and urine, we need a better solution. I don't believe that they have actually used it before. I would have definitely covered that in the video. But I would definitely like to give my infantry as much protection from gas as possible. So that's going to require that I first unlock the triage tent. It's going to reduce the cost of replenishing soldiers by 40%. Of course, you have to buy this, and buying that and making that cheaper. Where was that? Here? There was a building. Yeah, here. Sourced materials reduces the gold reserve cost of all strategic structures by 200. Whatever. We're going to give these guys a better chance at survival. It's not the most sexy bit of research, but I think it'll be the most useful. So, what happens now? Ideally, stack up in Saint-Dizier and prepare for an attack on Chalon-sur-Marne. So I also cut off these sectors, and especially Verdun, which is one of their pride sectors. As for efficiency, I could also go, you know what, I'm just going to start cutting across to Brienne and then Cézanne, and then slowly but steadily make my way to Paris, if they're not out of willpower by then. Taking Calais, also quite nice. It's the spawn point for the British, the Australians, the Canadians, and the Indian forces. In case you're wondering, the Americans are going to come in from here. Eventually. Here. Les Mureaux. But that's going to be a while. The Americans are not involved in the war just yet. So, strategizing. I have most of my forces here. It doesn't mean I have to keep them there. As for the front line here, it's pretty difficult to start encircling people here. It's not impossible. I mean, if you take Arras and then Braugh-la-Buisière, these two would allow for the... Oh, and Montreuil, or Montreuil, or Abbeville. Just cut across these two stars. You can then cut off Calais, and potentially meaning that there's no further British reinforcements. That's also very, very valuable. Choices, choices, choices. I don't have enough units to push everywhere, so I'm going to have to make a choice. I want to keep Metz protected. Yeah. We're going to start pushing a couple of my groups out. Siege batteries are not very useful if I'm defending. Let's bring a couple of elite troops. And we're going to park these gentlemen all over here in Lille. We're going to make an attack somewhere else. The other siege battery goes to Lille. Saint-Dizier protected by 5 companies, or 5 corps. I think that's enough. Another siege artillery unit goes to Lille. Bar-le-Duc is also critical. I cannot lose this. So I would much rather just wait until I have starved these things of their resources. And slowly but steadily close the gap. And move the front up. So that I don't have to keep my forces here as much. And I can also move up with everything over here then. That's the plan. As for here, I have another standard infantry. I'm not going to have fights just with conscripts if I can help it. Let's see, let's give him a standard infantry corps or 2 that's going to go help here. I just need a couple more stacks here to reinforce the position of Lille. So now I'm going to have quite a few stacks, but I can't use them this turn. Other areas? I don't think so. Yeah, let's see what the AI does. Alright, editing stealth here. I'm going to end the episode here. I was recording for a while longer, but it turned into an episode that was way over an hour, and I don't want half my videos to be that long. So the next part of this, whether or not this gambit of mine will work, you will have to see in the next episode. Until then, make sure you check out Factor 75, link down below in the description. You're really helping out the channel by doing that. And I would really like to see you guys back for the next episode. See you guys then.